9 times out of 10, that's not going to happen. You know why? Because you are looking at 2 years in the state jail facility and you couldn't do it. And you are a person who should not be around your grandchildren or your children because you don't have control of your addictions. You're using opiates. You need help. I want to do my time. I will get out and I will take care of things and I will be clean and sober. Just move it towards the end. Court is calling 2018 CR 10107, State of Texas versus Priscilla Amaya. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garahan, Your Honor.
Lorraine
Defense.
Easter for Miss Amaya.
And are you Ms. Amaya?
Yes, ma'am.
Showing you what's entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, I did.
Are you the same Priscilla Amaya who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2018 CR 10107 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram, on June 28, 2019 for a period of 3 years? Is that you?
Yes, again.
State?
Yes, Your Honor. Violated condition number 5 in Bear County, Texas. The defendant Priscilla Amaya did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of November, December 2021 in violation of condition number 5.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Sure.
We'll waive the remaining violating conditions, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 5, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 5?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find violation of condition number 5 true. Is there an agreement?
Yes, there is, Your Honor.
Yes.
Yes, for adjudicate guilt, revoke the provision, and sentence the individual to 11 months in the state jail facility.
No objection, Judge. That's our agreement.
All right, Ms. Amaya, are you asking the court to follow that agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so what went wrong with you?
To be honest with you, Your Honor, well, I relapsed and I didn't want to report. I thought working was good enough, but I didn't have my family intact, my kids all together. They were disappointed in me, so they stopped talking to me. But now
Sorry, can you speak up?
I have my kids back in my life and I have my first grandbaby, so I see things different. I know I do need help. And I'm willing to take that help as an outpatient when I get out of Bear County Jail.
Here's the thing. If you want to remain on deferred adjudication, I will let you remain on deferred adjudication. But you're going into inpatient treatment or either you're going to felony drug court. Now, you say, oh, I want to do my time. I will get out and I will take care of things and I will be clean and sober. 9 times out of 10, that's not going to happen. You know why? Because you are looking at 2 years in the state jail facility and you couldn't do it. And you are a person who should not be around your grandchildren or your children because you don't have control of your addictions. You're using opiates. You need help. So if you want, here are your 2 choices. State and defense, they came up with their agreement. Here's your choice. 1, you can be referred to felony drug court. If felony drug court accepts you, great. If they don't, you go into inpatient treatment. Or you can go to the state jail facility for 18 months. Either way, your life, the time is going to pass. Either it's going to pass with you bettering yourself by taking care of your drug addictions, or either it's going to pass with you marking days off the calendar, just doing your time at the state jail facility. So which do you prefer? 18 months at the state jail facility, or perhaps getting treatment for your drug addiction, being the type of grandmother that your grandchildren can be proud of and that your children can be proud of? It's completely up to you.
Yes. May we have a minute, Your Honor?
Yes. Yes. All right. Then the court will find you guilty. The court will grant the motion, sentence you to 18 months in the state jail facility give you credit for any time served, and the court will recommend the therapeutic community. Therapeutic community will not increase the amount of time that you're in custody, but I do not have the authority to have them place you in there. The only thing I can do is request and recommend it, but you're also going to have to ask for it. You understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm showing you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, sir.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement,
Well, not
Well,
actually.
she's waived her right to appeal.
Okay, that's right.
Yes.
You're right.
Thank you. And you've waived your right to appeal. You do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
And because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, we can go off the record. How old are you?
I'm 40.
All right, you're 40. You still have a lot of your life in front of you, and you need to make a decision. And I know staying clean and sober is hard. And this is from somebody who's never done drugs, but I understand it's hard based upon my experience in different treatment courts and based upon the fact that I'm having a struggle giving up ice cream. And ice cream is not even as addicting as the drugs that you're taking. But if you don't stop, one or two things are going to happen. Either you're going to continue going in and out of the prison, or either you may end up with a bad batch and you may end up overdosing. And I don't think you want your children or your grandchildren to read about you in the news where it's bodies found on whatever street it is. And then they finally identify it and it's you. You understand? But you're going to have to work for it. And when you get out, there are plenty of places that have free treatment for you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Natasha Ferris on behalf of Mr. Miles, Your Honor.
And are you Mr. Miles?
Yes, miss.
All right, Mr. Miles, did you have sufficient time to speak to your attorney?
Yes, I did, ma'am.
All right, counsel, have you received all the discovery and did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Miles, I'm showing you what's entitled Application for Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We waive, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
We are, Judge.
Mr. Miles, I'm showing you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1 gram to 4 grams? That's a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, I did, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Miles, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 4 years in the prison. The state is silent on your application. They're taking in consideration NIMAG number 712181. Did you understand that to be the plea? Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
Judge, yes, but just with one addition, in speaking with defense counsel, one term that wasn't added. Because my understanding is that they're still going to ask for a bond to be set while sentencing is pending. Is that if the defendant does not appear for sentencing at the designated date, that he is open to the full range of punishment.
All right. Did you understand that?
Yes, I did.
Does anyone want to write that in?
I will
I
judge.
think
Sure.
you're writing.
Thank you. So you understand if you do not appear at your sentencing, then you'll be subject to the full range of punishment?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand that the full range of punishment is up to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the paragraph with your attorney entitled waiver of appeal paragraph, and did you sign it in both places?
Yes,
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
yes, ma'am.
Counselor, have there been any such motions?
Motion's filed, none ruled on, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Okay.
State any evidence
State all proceeds to the one and all attachments.
Without objection, Your Honor.
showing you what's entitled wavering consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same.
Sorry, Your Honor.
No problem. Thank you. And what is the case that's being taken into consideration?
It's another drug, offense, Your Honor.
All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. On this case, state, will you be able to present to the court a different date for his criminal history in NCIC and TCIC?
What do you mean, Judge?
Oh, his history.
Oh, just to run it again?
Yes.
Yes, Judge, we can.
All right, then what we'll do, because I want to know that, that will help me make a determination on whether or not to grant his application or not. Because otherwise, if we don't do it that way, his reset date is going to be far off. So when do you all think you'll have that?
It shouldn't take that long. It'd be done in minutes. Really.
Oh, in minutes?
As long as we tell our investigator and he has the time to do it.
Well, all right, so if we come back the week of July 5th, would you all be able to have it, or do you need more time?
We would do that, Judge.
Your Honor, I apologize. I'm scheduled as #1 for a jury trial in Maverick County. I'm the only trial.
Okay, and which date is that for you?
It's gonna be July 5th. I'm not sure if July 7th is, it shouldn't be more than 2 days.
But you all are in. How about if we put it on maybe July, Norma, can we do July 10th that week? All right, is everybody okay with the week of July 10th?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, Judge.
All right, what date? All right, so we're going to come back on July 10th,
Yes, Your Honor.
and I'll base my decision off any evidence that's presented to me. So if there are some witnesses you won't, let your attorney know, and I'll listen to those as well.
Okay, ma'am. Thank
So
you.
your choice is, do you all want the PSI? Because if you want the PSI, it's going to be far off, or either I can make my decision based upon the criminal history. It will be the criminal history and witnesses. And honestly, the pre-sentence investigation report, they interview you, which if your attorney wants to call you as a witness, I can hear, and they tell me what your criminal history is. That's basically what it does. And then they give me a recitation of the narrative from the police report, which you all have already stipulated to. So as far as your upbringing, where you went to school, who your family is, how you feel about this case, that's something, if your attorney wants me to know about, you can tell me on July 10th.
We'd probably waive PSI, Your Honor.
All right, so you want to waive the PSI?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. All right, so if you can give a reset form, we'll see you back on July 10th, and at that time, I'll make my decision, okay?
Okay, thank you, Judge.
All right, you're welcome. Yes, do you still want to make the bond, or you just want to wait till July 10th?
Would like to have the bond considered.
All right,
Thank you, Judge.
you're welcome. All right, are you all ready on Priscilla Amaya?